Welcome to this mini project on building a basic machine learning model. In today's session, we will walk through the steps of applying machine learning concepts to a real-world problem. Specifically, we will build a spam email classification model covering data pre-processing, model training, evaluation, and deployment. The primary objective of today's mini project is to create a simple machine learning model. We will apply the concepts we have learned over the past few weeks, focusing on real-world applications like spam email classification. By the end of the project, you will understand the full pipeline of machine learning from data pre-processing to model deployment. Let's start by defining the problem. For this mini project, we will be working on a spam email classification task. Our dataset will include features such as email content, sender, and subject, and the goal is to classify each email as either spam or not spam. By building this model, we will learn how to handle and process real-world data efficiently. Before we dive into training the model, we need to pre-process the data. This includes handling any missing values by fitting or removing them. Feature scaling is crucial to ensure that all the features are on the same scale, and we will also need to encode any categorical variables to numeric values. This is where we will use tools like Python's pandas and scikit-learn to clean and prepare the data for modeling. Once the data is pre-processed, we can move on to selecting and training a model. For this mini project, we will use supervised learning, specifically algorithms like logistic regression or decision trees. We will split the data into training and testing sets and then train our model using scikit-learn. To optimize performance, we will also experiment with hyperparameter tuning. After training the model, we will need to evaluate its performance. We will look at several key metrics such as accuracy, precision, recall, F1 score, and ROC AUC. These matrices will help us understand how well our model performs, especially on imbalanced classes like spam versus not spam. We will also generate a confusion matrix to see where the model is making errors. To improve the model, we will compare different algorithms and see which one performs better. We might also tune the model's hyperparameters or try additional feature engineering. Documenting the results and identifying areas for improvement is an essential step in ensuring that the model performs at its best. Once we have trained an evaluated model, we need to deploy it. We will save the trained model using Python's joblib or pickle, which will allow us to reuse it in the future. Optionally, we can create a simple app using Flask or Streamlit to make real-time predictions on new data. Documentation is an important part of the project. It should include details about the dataset, pre-processing steps, model selection, and the performance evaluation. It's also crucial to document how to use the model for predictions. In summary, we have covered the entire machine learning pipeline, from data pre-processing and model training to evaluation and deployment. That wraps up the mini project on building a basic machine learning model. Do you have any questions or comments? Feel free to ask, and I would be happy to clarify anything you might be uncertain about.